So let us look at the blue graph, which is represented by y equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. In this case, our k is again minus 1, which is negative. So we know it is in the second and the fourth quadrant. And our domain is everything but 0, because that x cannot be 0. We cannot divide by 0. And since this cannot be 0, we cannot have an answer of 1. So our vertical asymptote is x equal to 0, and our horizontal asymptote is y equal to 1. Our lines of symmetry, we have x and minus x, and then we just add the q value, plus 1, plus 1. So the blue graph is just the green graph shifted 1 unit up. 1 unit up. Let us find the coordinates of C and D. Since we have it in the second and the fourth quadrant, we have to use the negative slope to find the coordinates. So we will have minus x plus 1 equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. Remember, x cannot be 0, so we can multiply by x, then we get minus x squared plus x is equal to minus 1 plus x. So again, we will get x squared equal to 1, so therefore x is equal to plus or minus 1. So if x is equal to 1, then y is equal to minus 1 plus 1, which is equal to 0. If x is equal to minus 1, then y is equal to minus 1 plus 1, that gives us 2. So our C will be minus 1, 2, and our coordinates of D will be 1, 0. This is just the calculations that were in here, and this one was minus 1 plus 1. So let's see on the graph, we see that this point A shifted 1 unit up, the point B shifted 1 unit up. Any point here on the line y equal to x shifted 1 unit up, and any point on the line y equal to minus x shifted 1 unit up. So this is the line y equal to x plus 1. You can check that it goes through 1 there. And this is the line y equal to minus x plus 1. So it shifted 1 up. This is my y equal to minus 1 over x. And this is y equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. It's actually just a y value that is added in. For each y value on the green graph, you add 1 to get the new blue graph. And this is also y equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. And we can see here we have an x-intercept of plus 1. Let us check that algebraically. The x-intercept, this is where y is equal to 0. So we have y equal to minus 1 over x plus 1. So 0 is equal to minus 1x plus 1. X is unequal to 0, so we can multiply it by it. So we get minus 1 plus x is equal to 0, so therefore x is equal to plus 1, which corresponds to the x-intercept there. And since we cannot have an x value of 0, therefore we cannot have a y-intercept. But look here, my horizontal asymptote, which was y equal to 0, has now shifted 1 unit up. So that is also shifted 1 unit up from there to there. This is the line y equal to plus 1. So now we conclude for P0, if k is negative and Q is positive, then the hyperbola shifts vertically Q units up. Q units up. The horizontal asymptote as well as the two axes of symmetry shift with the graph.